The Way of the Beef, explaining how the carnivore diet works faster than any other diets you may know. Your weight loss is evident. Your autoimmune systems have gone away. The carnivore diet works, you say? Can't be. You mean to tell me that I don't have to eat vegetables, portion my food, and count calories or carbs? Shut the front door. I'm in. Hola, hi, and good day to you. I am Tony H. Anderson, your resident carnivore enthusiast, lifestyle and wellness coach, and a noob, if you will, to this carnivore lifestyle. If you told me a long time ago, friends and family, that all I had to do was just eat steak, a little bit of fat, with cheese and succulent butter, and presto changeo, I would have lost weight or got rid of some of the health problems that I was having, I would have done this ages ago. Now, if you're only eating meat by way of mostly beef, butter, and eggs, that means there is sacrifices to be made. Yes, I mean, you are required by carnivore law to eat those things which are produced from an animal. And you are hereby ordered to stop eating sugar. Also, digging deep down in the recesses of your mind and pulling out that motivation to throw away your desire for the fried and battered foods. Yes, the fried chicken sandwiches with the brioche bread. And that special mayo full of sugar and at your favorite burger joint. That, my friends, has to go. In fact, you have to be a detective. You have to pay attention to everything that goes into your body. You have to be that guy or that gal who stands at the grocery store blocking the aisles, reading labels until you're satisfied that it is in fact not processed and pumped full of sugar. And I know you might be thinking, why in the bleep, bleep, bleep should I give away to this lifestyle? Because this way of eating has eliminated every single thing that I normally enjoy. And if I had to answer for you, it is simple. Because I want my overall health to improve. For me, it was much more than just I wanted to lose weight. I mean, that was the first thing. And I'm just speaking from the heart here. I wanted to stop snoring. I wanted my clothes to fit better so I didn't have to buy new ones. I couldn't fit an extra large shirt anymore. I had to go to the triple XL or oh God, that was just embarrassing. Just not have I didn't want high blood pressure. I went to the doctor's appointments and I was working out and quote unquote eating better and they just couldn't understand why my blood pressure is high. Don't have that problem anymore. I wanted to have more energy. I was tired of sleeping throughout the day. I wanted to feel more confident when I walked out my door. I wanted to have control over my cravings. You know, the type of discipline that skinny people have, the where they could just eat a little salad and taste a little part of the brownie and not eat the whole batch of them. That was me. I wanted control over my cravings, and now I absolutely do. And also, I really wanted to enjoy my food. I wanted to feel satisfied. I didn't want to starve myself. And mostly, I didn't want to count calories. I hated counting carbs and calories. If you're just eating beef, salt, and water, I venture to say that you don't have to do that. So, to my carnivarians and those of you who are not, you have to find the reason why that you want to lose weight or be successful on this lifestyle. If you're ever interested in this, you have to first find your why, because it is not an easy walk, but it can be. For me, I got desperate enough, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this if you've been following me. I got desperate enough to find out what I was willing to give up. I was willing to give up the sugary processed foods, which, by the way, they do taste good, but they were killing me. To give up the foods that I eat today, which is not killing me, and oh, by the way, I enjoy. Now, why does this diet work? Well, for one thing, you do not eat sugar. Most of us who are on the carnivore diet, the lion diet, I got to tell you, there's no sugar. And some of the problems that we're having today is because of hidden sugars on top of the sugars that we purposely put in our mouths. Now, I'm going to cite the American Heart Association here because I like to do that every now and again. Just to give you context, I really don't trust them a lot because they really don't go deep into things. But just to give you some context, that even the American Heart Association, as dumb as they are sometimes, will tell you that sugar is not good. And they cite that soft drinks hold 25% of hidden sugars, on top of fruit drinks, which are next at 11%, sports and energy drinks, which I love, 3%, coffee and tea at 7%. Now let's just try to make some sense out of this, shall we? If you are only eating beef, butter, eggs, and bacon, you will eliminate these risk factors that are associated with the standard American diet, which is full of hidden sugars. Now, according to the Nutritional Health Center, sugar causes inflammation. Sugar creates bowel problems. Sugar feeds immune challenges, makes you more likely to get sick and stay sick for longer, which that explains why everybody around me at work and home are falling to the flu. This is cold and flu season, and their allergies are just mollywhopping them. And I'm usually the one that gets sick. But since I've been a carnivore and I've stopped eating sugar, I don't get sick. I might get the sniffles every now and again or cough here and there, but you don't see me taking off of work. I'm not bedridden. Bones don't ache. I am fine, and it's wonderful. Okay, sugar also contributes to depression and anxiety. I've always had a great disposition on life, but since I've been a carnivore enthusiast, depression and anxiety is no longer a part of my day. And I am just generally more happier, more energetic, more enthusiastic about life. It also says that sugar causes cardiovascular disease. Not meat, not the fat that comes from meat. Sugar makes you gain weight. Sugar raises cholesterol and triglyceride levels. They didn't say steak did. They said sugar. Sugar consumption can lead to cancer. Did you hear that? Sugar is highly addictive. Sugar is in the majority of processed foods. So many people find the thought of stopping sugar impossible. This is what they're telling you. But I'm telling you that it is not impossible to stop sugar. It is not. You have to be intentional. Okay? The only sugar that you should not stop is the sugar that you're getting from your daughter or your sons, or your wives, girlfriends, whoever it may be. I'm talking about those sweet, sweet kisses, okay? Hey, when we come back, the IGBQ question of the week Keep it locked here. Welcome back to the podcast. Our IGBQ question of the week, or IGBQ of the week, comes from Joan Stroud, who asked, can I use honey instead of sugar alcohols? And also, technically, aren't they better? Well, Joan, I would like to thank you for the question. And off the top of my head, I would say yes. People often consider honey to be healthier than sugar, but it depends on the use. Like sugar, honey is high in carbs. I mean, in a teaspoon, it could be 17 grams. And it could raise your blood sugar levels. It is also high in calories. However, in sugar, they have what's called antioxidants. And also, it may help you heal from your allergy relief, among other uses. I mean, honey is wonderful. Now, I still use honey on occasions, but what I really use is stevia. I only use honey when I feel like I want to be naughty. When I feel I want to live on the edge, go walk on the wild side. But stevia is what I use, okay, which is a sugar substitute. Is from a plant. It's a sweetener that's based on from a plant, okay? And I find that it doesn't raise my blood sugar levels. I find that although it's not as sweet, it still gives me a little bit of the happiness that I crave, because I know sugar does something to the brain. Sugar is like a drug, and it hits the part of the brain where it just makes you happy and it makes you jittery and butterflies and things of that nature. And I think that's why some people who are addicted to sugar use sugar. People who have eating disorders, who suffer from depression and anxiety. Sometimes they tend to overeat, and they overeat with sugar because this granular beast hits differently. But the sweetener that I use, which is stevia, it does not. Stevia does have a sweet taste. It gives me what I need for my coffee, or some of the brown butter bites that I make, or some of the carnivore donuts that I make. It helps a lot. So I would say use sugar substitutes sparingly, as they sometimes react horribly to your gut. I'm talking about and I don't know if I'm saying this right, the ethanol, and I might sound like an idiot just saying that right now, but I would say like aspartame. As I can say that, okay? Those things make your gut kind of gassy and smelly, and even those are said to be habit forming. But I'm going to vet this information a little bit further, and I'm going to get back to you, okay? Because, I believe stevia is the way, and if you want to use honey, honey is the way as well. It has a lot of healing properties. It's very sweet. It's very good, but I've traded a lot of my sugars for honey on a little bit, and then stevia, sugar, away from aspartame, and I just get my favorite stevia electrolyte, and I use that in a lot of my coffees and teas and little meals that I do. So, but thanks for the question. It's a very good question. It's something that we're going to dive into a little bit later on. Now, that's all the time that we have for today. Join me next week with another topic on the podcast that we can sink our teeth into. And I'd like to thank all of you who listen to this podcast, wherever you may be. Until the next time, hasta luego.